he's the ruin. It's like an Egyptian ruin, and it's like oh my god, that is like that is my favorite.
You would have done the whole thing.
Oh, I had the whole thing in my head if you want.
Welcome to New Game Plus. You're listening to a retro gaming podcast where three guys spend 7 days playing one old game and then we talk about it. My name's Dustin.
My name's Kenny.
Nolan.
And this is episode 247, and it is a very, very, might I say, dare I say, need I say, very special episode because today, once again, we have a special guest joining us on the show. He is a podcaster, a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, star/celebrity, and a charity fundraiser. But more than that, he kicks, he bangs. He bangs. Oh, baby, when he moves, he moves. We've got a drummer extraordinaire, the 8-Bit Drummer, joining us on the show. Would you welcome me in joining? Would you welcome me in joining? Would you join me in welcoming Jared, the 8-Bit Drummer, to the show?
Welcome, man. Thanks for being here.
Dude, who's that?
Some strange, I don't know, we found him
We have
on
a gnome
YouTube.
That is the nicest introduction I think I've ever had from anybody ever. So I appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you.
Well, yeah, when you sing Ricky Gervais, what's that guy's name? Ricky
Gervais is not a singer.
When you sing a little bit of Ricky to bring in the guests, I think it works. Jared, would you take just a moment, please introduce yourself to our viewers? I know that I did really well there, but if there's anything else you'd like to add.
God, now I feel like I have to like live up to something. Okay, so my name is Jared. I go by the 8-Bit Drummer online. I stream drums and stuff on twitch.tv/the 8-Bit Drummer, and basically I'm just all about having a good time, spreading love, and playing some drums. It's basically it.
Wonderful. I love that. I've got a few, when we have guests come on, we typically, if they're down for it, give them a series of rapid fire questions. They're largely unrelated to one another. Sometimes they're not connected to gaming or really anything, but they're fun and it loosens us up a little bit. It's the premise is I'll ask a question without much thought, just kind of gut reaction. You give an answer. Are you down for the challenge?
Oh, I'm so ready. Let's go.
Oh, I love these.
Let's start with favorites. All right. And then we'll move to some more random things. What is your favorite musical genre?
Video game music.
Ooh, what is your favorite video game soundtrack?
Oh, frick you, dude. Oh.
See, they're hard.
Here, I'll name 5 because I have a frick ton. Megalovania. Freaking, I just said Megalovania for Undertale, dude. Oh my god, I have ascended. Okay, Undertale, Shovel Knight, Paper Mario: The Origami King, Donkey Kong Country 2, and
Nice.
Well, this year, this one's just for this year, Doom Eternal. So yeah, those are my 5 just at the moment.
Heavy metal rock. Is Aquatic Ambience Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Country 2?
It's Donkey Kong Country 1.
2.
Okay.
1.
What's your favorite season of the year?
Winter.
What is your favorite rock band?
Oh God, man! Why do you have to ask me the music questions? I don't have like.
You're the music guy.
I don't have favorites though. Like I go back and forth. All right, one of my favorite rock bands is probably from younger in life, Linkin Park. From older in life, I moved
Linkin
into
Park.
I moved into like heavier metal. Like I went from Avenged Sevenfold and things like that. But now I listen to stuff like Rings of Saturn. So like I've gone way different than most. But yeah, it's really hard for me to answer that question.
Who is one of your favorite pop stars?
I don't listen to a lot of pop music.
Ricky Gervais.
That's what I was just thinking.
I don't listen to a lot of pop music. Oh God.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one.
What is your favorite book?
Ooh, good freaking question there. Right now, I just got done reading An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. Hank Green. That one's really good. I also very much like the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff series, and I can't remember the author's name.
What is your favorite Tom?
Tom Fox.
Yeah, I love that because I was specifically talking about like your high Tom, your low Tom. What's your favorite video game console?
Right now the Switch, and in childhood the SNES.
What is your favorite Final Fantasy?
I don't have one actually. I would say
Because you
that-
like them all.
No, actually, I've never played one. I would say that 6 story-wise is my favorite because Kefka's a boss. But my wife is actually a massive Final Fantasy fan. Like, she's played every single one of them. So, like, I haven't. So I wouldn't. 6 is my answer, though.
What is one show you're currently watching?
Agretsuko Season 3.
Did you watch Mulan yesterday?
I did not, know.
Are you going to watch it today?
Probably not. I don't really watch that many movies.
Do you have a dog?
Yes.
What's your dog's name?
Ladybug.
Favorite place to be scratched? Your dog.
Your dog.
I was going to say my behind, but
clarification.
yeah, I was going to say my butt, but her favorite place is belly rubs. No scratching though.
Kenny and Nolan play guitar. I play bass. You play drums. If the real reason we brought you on here was to start a band, would you be okay with that?
At least for a little while, I'd love to collab.
What is your second best played instrument?
Kazoo.
Who are you voting for in November? Just kidding. Don't answer that. What is your what is your go-to non-alcoholic drink?
I'll answer that question. Neither of them. My favorite non-alcoholic drink is Martinelli sparkling apple juice.
What is your go-to non-alcoholic food?
Does food have alcohol in it?
probably
Sometimes,
some.
but it's never considered.
I guess it depends on how drunk you are and you like spill it onto it.
Some of these questions, man.
Yeah, my
great.
favorite food is a Moe's stack followed by my wife's cooking.
Oh, that's kind. What Harry Potter house are you in?
Probably Gryffindor because I'm a goody two shoes.
Same.
What is your least favorite Sonic game?
Oh, that's a good
It's like
question.
10 of them.
So I actually love almost all the Sonic games. The only one that I can't really stand is Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. That is the only one. I enjoyed Sonic
God.
06, and I enjoyed at least a little bit of the story of what's the one with Infinite? That's Sonic Forces. I enjoyed that, and the music from Sonic Forces is fantastic. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric has no redeeming qualities except for the glitches, and that's not a good thing. Oh, but the TV show's good. The TV show's fantastic.
Are you saying Boom Rise of Lyric?
Yes.
Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, yes.
What a title. All right. And finally, Jared, the 8-Bit Drummer.
Yes.
What is your all-time, world's greatest, absolute favorite Sonic game of all time?
Oh, man.
He's hoping you.
If not, that's fine.
Probably Sonic Mania, but the one that I played the most was definitely Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yay.
Speaking of
Well
Sonic
done.
Adventure 2 Battle, join us as we chat with the 8-Bit Drummer as we talk about our retro game of the week, SA2B.
Overview.
Sonic Adventure 2 is a 2001 virtual pet simulator.
Come on.
You cannot tell me that I'm wrong.
Chow
funny
Garden's
'cause it's
so
true.
lit. The Chow Garden's
Yeah,
so
Charles
good.
Garden is sick. And
You
it's
cannot tell me that like if in a video game I can pet, hug, and feed and battle animals, I'm just playing Pokemon.
It's a
and I'm
better
okay with
Pokemon.
that. It's a better Pokemon.
Can I just put like a thing out there into the world?
Please.
Sega. Hello, Sega. I know you're listening to this podcast. Release
They do.
a Chow Garden game.
Yeah.
So much
Please.
money. So much money.
Y'all would make more money than you're making right now. There we go. Like, oh my God, dude. Frick, I've been wanting a Chow Garden simulator for like ages, dude. Like ever since that game came out, man, I've been wanting them to redo another one. But yeah, sorry. I just want to
Like-
get that out there. That's
Oh,
a
no.
hot topic for me.
I don't know why they haven't done that. I think I've seen fans like create some kind of
Probably.
advanced Chow Garden or some like you could make so much money, but for here it's just a side thing. It's just a side thing that they just began to explore. I guess they started that in Sonic Adventure, the first one, but they expanded on it here. in this virtual pet simulator. Now, let me be clear. That is not the focus of this game for most people. Instead, for other people, Sonic Adventure 2 is a 2001 platform video game developed by Sonic Team USA and published by Sega, originally for the Dreamcast. But they released it 6 months later for the brand new Nintendo console known as the GameCube. Was this the first Sonic on a Nintendo system?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, it was, but I can't remember.
I think it was. I don't think the first one came out on GameCube because GameCube didn't exist, right?
They redid it as Sonic Adventure DX, and it was just as iffy as the first one.
Wait a minute. You just blew my mind. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut is Sonic Adventure 1?
Yes.
Oh my God, I did not know that. And I thought
DX. You were being sarcastic? I'm not gonna lie.
No. I've never did my research, but I had DX and absolutely loved it. And the Chalice in that game, the Chalice Gardener in that game is like top tier.
Oh yeah.
The redid one. So anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm so glad that they re-released it. Like it was still as janky as the first one, but it added a little bit of extra content, which was super cool for me. But the thing is, after playing, because I played Sonic 2 Battle first, and then I played DX Director's Cut, and let me tell you, after playing the second one, the first one's kind of jank.
Yeah.
Well, because they made the advancements that they needed to make to progress the game. Yeah. And not only that from 1 to 2, but when they brought Sonic Adventure 2 from the Dreamcast to the GameCube, it was they made a few advancements as well. So they did tag on the word battle there. So that we are playing very specifically Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Yeah. We played that this week, which is the GameCube version. And in that, what all did they do? They updated the graphics and they gave a multiplayer mode. Was there anything else they did?
Multiplayer is the big thing.
Yeah.
Throwing the battle mode on there was really what they were adding.
Exactly, yeah. And truthfully, I think they did it really well. They gave you a couple of different battle types. Like you had the mech battle. You also had, I mean, just from the regular game, you had the races, the finding the emeralds, because I don't think anybody actually played that in battle mode. But and then you had the mech rounds, which was pretty fun as well.
And so you got to do all of that in multiplayer against pals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of the icons and like some graphical stuff was obviously different on the GameCube version.
Yeah. So in this game, there are two parallel storylines. You have Hero and Dark. And so the last Sonic game we played didn't leave the best Sonic taste in our mouth because we played Sonic Heroes. And you also had two different storylines. Am I correct, guys?
Four different storylines.
Oh my gosh, that is right. Oh, that is right. You had the Chaos guys or whatever they were called.
Chaotix.
Chaotix, that's what it is. In this one, you just have two. It's Hero and Dark, and which I don't know why they wouldn't go Light and Dark or Hero and Villain.
That confuses me so much. Why not Villain?
Yeah, Hero and Dark. So for Hero, you've got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, the core three. In the Dark timeline, you've got Dr. Eggman, Shadow, and Rouge the Bat. Question, is this Shadow's first appearance?
Yes.
Interest. Is it also Rouge's first appearance?
I think so.
I think. Hold on, I gotta have to look that up.
It's interesting because these are I haven't seen Rouge as much, but I've seen Shadow like everywhere. And I didn't know this is where he began.
Everyone loves Shadow, right? Like,
well, he's
very cool looking.
So
he's a cooler Sonic.
He was he was actually supposed to die at the end of this game, but they brought him back because of that. Sorry, spoilers.
No. That's the beginning of Sonic Heroes. Yeah,
basically, yeah. And so Rouge's first appearance is in Sonic Adventure 2. So yeah, so two new characters and I think that's why it blew my mind as a kid because I'm like, holy frick, they're adding so much to this game. Which like
up until that point, we had Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles and Eggman. Like that was it.
That's basically it. Yeah, we didn't really have too much. We did have if you played Adventure. Then you had Big the Cat, Froggy, and
who? Big the Cat? That's Kenny.
We don't talk about him.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm actually very curious.
A while back, there is a correlation made between Big the Cat and Kenny, and it wasn't that well received.
He's not happy about it.
Oh,
God,
God.
we stand by it.
Bro, I give you all my condolences because my God. So like, yeah, you had Big the Cat and then you had Omega, which was the one of the Eggman's robots that went rogue for, I can't remember the story behind it, man.
Love him.
But yeah, like, and the thing is that they never really use Omega again. They use a different model of him in Sonic Heroes. Like, it's not the same Omega because he,
interesting.
Well, another spoiler, he dies at the end of freaking Sonic Adventure 2 or 1. So, like, yeah, they really like killing off characters and bringing them back as either clones or whatever the frick they want to do. Like, Sega's really weird. Like, this was the weird time of Sega's timeline. And then, like, you went from Adventure 2, Heroes to, I believe, Sonic 06. And that's whenever all the crap hit the fan. Like, it's like Sega is like a polka dot pattern. Like, it goes good, 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 whoa, good, you know, like that type of thing. So
yeah.
Okay, so why did you, for our podcast, out of all games and then out of all Sonic games, why did you select Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
Because Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the one that I remember playing most as a teenager with my brother. I probably synced in, give or take 5,000 to 6,000 hours into that game. Like, no joke.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me and my brother used to have a GameCube, but we didn't have a memory card for it. So we would leave we would leave the GameCube on for days at a time to play that game, and we beat it over.
That can't be good.
No, it wasn't good. Also, we at the time, my parents actually they hired a housekeeper to help take care of the house. This housekeeper, for some reason, would turn off the GameCube after we told them not to multiple times. Over and over.
Fired, yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
Frustrating.
It was so just rage inducing because we had to play because we used to play Melee a lot too. And I've probably unlocked everything in that game.
Characters.
Yeah. I've unlocked everything in that game at least 10 times because of that. And then
that's so bad.
And then we finally, after a long time, I don't know why we didn't even think to go and buy a memory card. It just slipped our mind every time we went to the store. Because our parents were buying us games at that point. We were still young. We didn't have any money. So like my parents were like, oh, we'll buy you a game. What's a memory card? You don't need that. You know, like what the heck is that? And yeah, we had some hard times with that GameCube, but my God, that sucker, my brother still has it at this point. That sucker went through some heck with us, but we loved it.
That's the real hardcore mode.
Oh, yeah.
I have visions of someone buying like an uninterruptible power supply, but not buying a game cartridge.
Yeah.
Just buying a console and just leaving it on eternally.
Dude, like that was our life for like maybe half a year. And we played a lot of games in that time where we had to redo everything. So that is why Sonic Adventure 2 Battle sticks out to me, is because like I haven't played it since then, right? I've played it once since then, and my God, I couldn't play it because it's just been so long. And oh man, I remember just having the best time playing that with my brother and sister. One of the main things I love about it is the music. The music is so good. Like every song in that game is a banger. Almost every song. Yeah. There's a couple of them that are kind of like, but like, man, that and Sonic Heroes, like both of those soundtracks are god tier. Sonic Heroes being my favorite Sonic soundtrack other than Mania. But that one sticks out more in my mind.
Well, thank you for introducing us to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It was my first experience, Kenny's first experience. Pretty much any game we play is Kenny's first experience. And
That's not true. We occasionally choose good games.
Then for Nolan, Nolan, you were a Sega guy. You were even a Sonic guy out of us three.
Yes.
Had you played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't own this one. I owned DX. And I just now learned, and I'm still kind of reeling from that it was actually the first one. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. I would rent this one, and yeah, I love this game. Yeah.
Well, we all played it this week, and now it's time to talk about our gameplay experience.
Gameplay.
Okay, so I've heard a couple times from you, Jared, that you've tried to return to the game, and there seems to be some sort of issue or hesitation. and I guess it's because we are used to it because we do this every week. And so we've played some really old games, and somehow I guess now we find redeeming qualities maybe more than others. So for me jumping back in, I felt pretty comfortable. Like, yes, it's aged, but in terms of handling, and for Sonic, handling is everything, in my opinion. You got to go fast. If you're going slow, like in Sonic Heroes, that was a huge problem we had, is that you're constantly having to stop to like fight. This one had the pacing for me, and for me, that's everything. So I'm curious to hear when you turn this game on now, what's so glaring about the gameplay that just keeps you from feeling it?
So it wasn't really the gameplay that got me. It was the graphics. Like, the graphics were so dated. And the last time I played this game was probably 7 years ago. I haven't played it since then. But I tried to boot it back up whenever I was on vacation with my parents. And I was just like, because like it wasn't what I remembered as a kid. And that, like, there's nostalgia, and then there's something that I like to call anti-nostalgia, where it's like, oh, frick, I love this game as a kid, but now whenever I try to play it again, I don't get the same feeling, so I kind of get pushed away from it.
You remember the immersion of like GoldenEye, and then you go back and look at it, and it's all these polygons, faces. And you're like, how did this feel realistic? Yeah,
exactly. That's anti-nostalgia for me. But I love those games. I still love Sonic Adventure 2 to this day, but I actually am not that big of a gamer. I don't play that many games.
Gotcha.
Now, like I used to, but they're like, I'm so much more of an indie gamer right now. I just got done playing through Shovel Knight King of Cards because that came out.
Wonderful game.
Frick yeah,
it's
dude.
So good.
But like, I only play games whenever like I play them along with my wife. Like, she watches me play, and she has a thing, like, she loves Schadenfreude, where she loves watching people get annoyed at games. That is like her drug, dude. She loves watching people like play through. Like, Fall Guys is a really good game for her because like she likes watching people rage, and she just dies laughing. So most of the time whenever I'm playing a game, it's because we're playing it together. Last game we played was Origami King, Paper Mario Origami King, which I recommend everybody give that game a try. Oh my God.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
Oh, dude. Man, I am. So what I'm trying to get to here is I'm a music connoisseur whenever it comes down to video games. Cool. And that is how I relive my game experiences, by listening to the music and remembering the good times I had. And let me tell you, this is a completely different tangent. The music in Origami King is some of the best video game music I've heard in ages. And
that's surprising because it's not surprising because like Thousand Year Door has like some bangers on it. It's got a great soundtrack. So I still need to play that game.
Just go listen to Red Event Battle and or Event Battle from that game, and you'll see what I mean. Like, oh my God. Anyways, back to it. It's like, sorry, I go on tangents.
We'll have to do a whole nother episode on Origami King. But but what about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
It'll be in 15 years because the game just came out. So
no problem.
We'll still be podcasting.
We'll call you back in 15 years.
Yes, let's do it. It's a date. Absolutely.
So for Sonic Adventure 2, here's like the gameplay. I know that I mentioned that you've got Hero and you've got Dark, but really the combination or the connection is a mixture. This is what I'm talking about, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. Is that like it's really Sonic and Shadow, Tails and Dr. Eggman, and Knuckles and Rouge. That's the connection. And what I mean by that is that you've got three different styles in this game, and I think Jared mentioned it earlier. So you've got speed stages that are all about completing it quickly, and that's Sonic and Shadow. That's how you play those stages. Then you've got exploration, where it's finding three of these shattered gems, and that's Knuckles and Rouge, and a lot of people don't like that. And then because it slows down the pacing. And then you've got really a shooter, and that's Tails and Dr. Eggman.
Like
and
vehicles, kind of like
three totally different kind of game types and styles, and it splits it up. So some stages, and it's not always like speed exploration shooter. Sometimes you're playing two speed stages back to back. Sometimes you're playing an exploration, once every 3 or 4. It's not necessarily linear like that. And then there are boss stages every now and again as well.
Plus, you get the occasional, like, my mech fighter turned into a cart. and get to do some racing. And the whole sort of side quest of critter raising that we talked about. This game tried to pack a lot of different things into the game. And that can be a good thing for some people and a bad thing for other people.
Yeah.
I found myself sort of reeling to try and figure out like what the game was supposed to be, like find my, I don't know, emotional center or connection to it. And it felt like a moving target because they put so much into this game.
I would say that is definitely true, but I think that they did it a lot better than most people give it credit for. And that right there is because it allows you to go from one thing to another instead of trying to pack them all into the same situation. Like, let's say you're on a speed round. The enemies give you little critter things like the chow upgrades that you can pick up throughout the level. You can get up to like 10 or 12, and then you go to the chow garden after you're done playing and go and power up your chow. And that's basically how it worked. And it put it pretty seamlessly into the gameplay because it's like automatic. You automatically pick them up whenever you destroy it. And like something that I hear a lot of people say is that it is definitely jarring going from one play style to another, but I think that it allows for a lot more people to like a lot more different things of the game. Like some people really like the speed section, some people really like the mech sections, and like that's just it, you know. Like I think it gives something for everybody.
I agree. And I've always loved variety in games. And so in Sonic Heroes, I'm probably going to bring that up a lot. When we played it, one of our biggest gripes was that they tried to pack 3 different playstyles into the same stage.
In the same stage over and over again. You're just playing the same stage.
Yeah, it just constantly switched. And you're like, okay, let me stay in one for a long time. And so in this case, the whole stage is like, okay, I'm Tails. I'm in Tails' pilot thing, and I'm locking onto enemies and shooting them, and it's a blast.
Mm-hmm. And it's a stage specifically created for Tails in this scenario.
Yes,
exactly.
I mean, specifically created for Eggman. Tails doesn't historically run around in a mech. I kind of wish we got a little bit more of like Tails proper, but that's because
Tails has always been a smart
of the characters. He's my favorite. I want a little spinny, floaty tail and his cuteness to like get some work done.
You get that. When he goes to the Chow. When he goes to the Chow Garden, you can use his spinny tail. That's what I did with him. I just went there. By the way, it was very odd going and taking care of animals as Dr. Eggman. That was the weirdest thing. As
not lore friendly,
lanky, weird thing going around and hugging animals.
You got to raise minions somehow. Villains have to have a soft side.
True, and the and those guys, they can be. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But it's chaos.
It really does make no sense. It's
chaos
one of the
without
things
the
about
S.
the Sonic universe that
Jared,
drives
tell
me
these
crazy.
guys.
Because you type out chow, but then you try and make it plural, and it's just the word chaos, and it confuses my brain.
Yes.
You're right.
So I have no explanation for that. Just so y'all know. But no, like, okay, Kenny, so me and you are on the same freaking page, man. Tails is my favorite character, in the Sonic canon. And I feel like it was a definite loss that he wasn't able to leave the mech and do stuff like that. But like, I tell you what, he's the only character that I went into the Chow Garden with because it was so fun to be able to actually fly around with him.
Yes. Absolutely.
And they put it in the game. They coded it in the game. So it made me sad whenever I wasn't able to really do that. Cause like, and that's, I remember specifically that was one of my like, why isn't Tails? Why is he just this?
He doesn't fly or float, but the echidna does. Come on.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's at least lore friendly. He's a pilot, and so he's in the cockpit the whole game.
And now that does make sense because, like, I mean, it's literally the tornado just turned into a mech because, Tails can do that. He's Tails. But, dude, oh my God, man. I absolutely love Dr. Eggman in this game. Like, he's actually menacing. And this was one of the last games where he was actually menacing. Like, he put a gun to Amy Rose's head in a cutscene. He hasn't done that since like 2003. Okay, like Jesus.
Truly is dark story.
I feel like Sonic in that scenario would have been like, all right, do what you got to do. Back off. Could have taken care of a couple of problems.
Wow,
right then,
Amy haters out here.
He did it. No, Sonic hates Amy. That's all I'm saying.
Sonic does not hate Amy.
Does not
Sonic,
hate her.
I
He's
know
in
he
love.
doesn't. Listen, he likes being chased very
Sonic
slowly.
is a tsundere, all right? Like, absolute tsundere.
Hey, wait a minute. Lore friendly, he's playing hard to get. That's canon. That's lore friendly. Got to go fast.
Yeah. Listen to me. One of my favorite things about this game that blew me away because I hadn't played. Here's the thing. I hadn't played many 3D Sonic games. My Sonic experience had been primarily 2D, where the game traditionally thrives. And so I was so shocked, and this might not have been the first Sonic game to do this, but where there were actual, literal, missable upgrades that you could get for each character. So in this game, there are anywhere from 4 to 6 upgrades that you can get in the stages per character that allow them to do unique, special things. Some of them I think you do need to progress, but others you don't need, and they can be missable, or you have to go and even revisit a stage to be able to get. And I thought that was absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and that adds for replayability as well. That and turning
Big
off your
time.
GameCube without a
That's big replayability. Yeah.
So like that is one of my favorite things about it is that there are some upgrades that I remember that I never found until like maybe my 4th or 5th playthrough of the game. And I'm just like, oh my God, this would have made it so much easier to do this. Like a lot of them are more so like, of course you need the light shoes. That's an automatic. And the bounce bracelet is really nice for Sonic as well. But like the other ones, like I can't remember exactly which ones they were, but some of them are just like not even necessarily needed in gameplay, but it's just really cool because they took the time to put that in there.
Yeah, and I appreciated that some of them were like old upgrades from the old 2D games.
Yeah.
Right? Like the shields and stuff. So like they're bringing in familiar things. And again, I think that's important for like, hey, we're making this jump to 3D. You love our 2D games. Please bear with us. And so they had to, and this was their second 3D game still, but they had to bring some of that familiarity in there. And so, yeah, I kind of felt at home with some of them. But then, yeah, others, I'm just like, what is this for? Why do I need this?
What was everyone's favorite character to play? What was everyone's favorite character to play? Kenny, starting with you. Big the Cat wasn't in here, so you can't choose.
Unfortunately.
Sonic stages? You like speed?
I felt like the speed levels were, in my mind, what this game did best. I didn't find myself enjoying the exploration or the mech levels as much.
Nolan?
I'm going to have to go. I agree with Kenny, and I'm going to have to go with Shadow just because Shadow's edgy and it's fun to just not play Sonic in that setting. So, yeah, I like the speed stages.
I'm going to pick Shadow as well because he doesn't have the speed that Sonic does, by the way, which, you know, should let you know just being a hedgehog doesn't make you fast. Sonic has something special about him. Shadow, though, does have these like skates or like light skates or something that allows him to go relatively fast. And then the speed boost, of course. Yeah, I loved playing him. And then Jared, which one was your favorite?
The Chow Garden. No.
Yes.
I mean, that's an answer.
No. I enjoyed playing Sonic, and very closely followed by the mechs. I actually enjoyed the mech stages a lot.
Yeah, here's the thing. To tell you the truth, well, I probably like it in this order: speed, mech shooter, exploration. But I didn't even hate the exploration. Like, I've always liked Knuckles as a character. He was kind of the edgy one, I guess, before Shadow showed up, and he was always a little bit of fun. But none of those styles just grated on me. While I know and I read and heard that for some people, one of the two, exploration or mech shooter, did turn a lot of people off.
Yeah, I couldn't handle the exploration.
Well, at worst, it's a 3D platformer stage, and I liked those too. But I love Knuckles, and I just thought there's more potential there that they could have done with Knuckles as a character instead of just the flying around stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess they had to do something with him, and they had already done the mechs with Tails and Eggman. So,
like, it works for the story. It really does work for the story, and it's exactly what Knuckles needs to do. And it gets a bad rap, but I think that I think that the game works very well as a whole. Because like it gives you a break from all of the crazy like antics of, you know, the crazy speed and then all the shoot 'em up action. So it's a nice
that
transition.
Halloween stage is sick.
Dude, Pumpkin Hill? Oh my God.
Yeah, Pumpkin Hill was so fun.
Yeah, and the music's lit.
The music is absolutely lit. Which, let's allow that to lead us into talking about how this game is aged.
Aged.
All right, so 2001 is a little while, and Jared already mentioned coming back to it even was hard for him to some degree. Let's dive in for you guys what worked for you and what didn't, because the thing that stuck out for me as probably the thing that aged the worst, and we had this same issue with Sonic Heroes, was the voiceover work.
What?
It absolutely drove me bonkers.
No, it's not near as bad.
No, it's not as bad. It was like offensively bad in Sonic Heroes in my mind, but it still was not real good.
The funny thing,
I don't know.
I think the funny thing about the voice acting in this game now. The reason why it's so bad is because of the fact that the English voice actors had to dub over Japanese mouth flaps in the game, and that is why they overlap over each other. It was a
they did not even try.
Well, no. It wasn't that they didn't try. It was that they had to, because the game was made in Japanese, right? So the more the mouth flaps in the game were for the Japanese lines. So I give them credit where credit is due. The reason why Sonic overdoes Shadow in that one line is because of the fact that it goes so quickly, because that line is so fast in Japanese. So they had to do it that way. And I'll give them credit where credit is due. But at the same time, I know exactly what you're talking about in Sonic Heroes as well. Cause like some of the lines in that game were just like, oh, like
it was almost more the writing.
Yeah,
it's so cheesy, right? Like
absolutely.
It's not like
but
amazing
that's Sonic,
writing.
right?
And it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Like this is their second 3D game. They're having to give voices. Well, I guess Sonic already had a voice, right? Well, I don't know. They're exploring this whole like story side of the Sonic universe, and I'm patient enough with them, but listening to it now, I'm going to go with Jared. I assume it was just because they had to work with.
No, that is for sure what it was.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I thought while the dubbing and the layering of that was not the best, I thought the voices all worked and they fit, emoted well, cute for whatever. The thing that was grating with Heroes is that it was kind of like the same voice lines over and over again. And Tails, oh my gosh, they actually had like an 8-year-old kid do it in Heroes, and it was just painful. But here, I thought it all worked. I thought it all because there's a lot of cutscenes, by the way, which I thought were so much fun. There's more story packed into this game than any other Sonic game I played before. And while some people might think the story is ludicrous, and it is, I mean, it's like
it's all over the map.
It's space. It's all over the space. It worked. I thought it was fun, and the cutscenes were great and epic, and really set up the stages well.
Yes,
there's half a Death Star.
What?
Look, man, Eggman just wanted to pee on the moon. Okay, like that's the whole story.
He wanted to be on the moon and needed Shadow, this self-proclaimed ultimate life form, to be able to do it. And I don't know. Dude, I thought the story was fun and it worked.
So I can't talk about this game without talking about the fan dubs that came out about 2 years ago of this game.
No.
Someone shared that in Discord this week.
Have y'all watched that by any chance?
I just did. The guys for sure haven't, but we can't quote it here because that would turn this podcast into an R.
We absolutely cannot. I love it so much, man. I watched it for the first time about a week and a half ago, and I was just dying.
Wait, what is it?
So it's fans that have, I guess, played the game, and then as the cutscenes were going, were live dubbing it, right? Like just live, acting it out. And so, funny thing is, we get listener commentary. We'll read a few in just a bit. One of the ones I won't read is from someone that submitted some commentary. I'm trying to see who it was. It was one of our listeners, Cecil. He submitted commentary, and I was so confused by it until I got the connection to that fan dub.
Yeah.
He literally wrote one of the scenes out, and
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is
yeah, it's the one that includes super laser piss. So you'll have to check it out at a different time.
All right. I'm down.
My super laser. Oh my God, dude. Okay. So
that was pretty good.
So, oh man, I've watched this way too many times. Like, okay. So the channel is called Snapcube on YouTube. And y'all need to go, everybody listening to this needs to go check out Sonic Adventure 2 Dark Story Final Story Real-Time Fan Dub from Snapcube. Trust me. It is so good, man. Like, oh God, there's so many good moments in it. So much fun.
Talking about the audio of this game, I think the main thing, and like, Jared, you've talked about it all throughout from the first moment until right now. We've got to talk about the music on the
I'm
stages.
a drummer. What do you expect?
Hey,
No.
I expected you to do that and more.
Well, here's the thing. Out of the three of us, I love soundtracks the most. Like music can turn a bad game into a good one to me sometimes. So like I absolutely understand your obsession with soundtrack, and obviously you're a musician. This game's soundtrack is next level. It's so quality, and it fits this new 3D world of the franchise. Cause like the 2D games have amazing music too, but the whole like guitar thing, like it just fits. I love the heavy rock like style of 3D Sonics, and it just stands out. It's so listenable, like even outside of the game.
The quality of the music is really fun, but I did find myself rolling my eyes really hard at the exploration levels.
No,
watch your mouth.
Yes, where lyrically
he's a rapper. He's a rapper.
It doesn't matter. Lyrically, they're just like talking about the things that are going on while you're playing. Oh man, I love climbing up walls. Oh, ghosts. Oh no,
true.
Man, I'm
It's
flying
true.
around
The
and
great
exploring
Emerald's
and
power
finding gems.
allows me to feel.
It made me groan
Kenny.
so hard.
It's Sonic. It's cute. It's fun.
You take my emerald. Dude.
All right, Jared.
Oh, man.
Jared,
What's up?
Jared, do you have a favorite track out of all? I know that's huge, right? And
God.
favorite, that's big. But do you have a favorite track?
Oh, you know what it is. I know what it is.
What
for
is
you.
it?
I know what Nolan's is. I think Nolan's is Nolan, or is yours the Pumpkin Island one?
Of course.
Pumpkin Hill, baby.
No,
Of course.
So, ugh.
Oh my God. So my favorite track in the entire game is a 3-way tie between I can't help it, man. I'm just okay. So it's a 3-way tie between Escape from the City, Live and Learn, and then Live
and Learn, such a classic.
Keys the Ruin. The it is the I can't remember whose stage it is, but it's like an Egyptian ruin, and it's like the freaking Jun Sonoe kills it on guitar in that. Oh my God. That is like, that is my favorite.
You would have done the whole thing.
Oh, I had the whole thing in my head if you want.
I don't know if that's mine, because I don't know the name of my song, but the Pyramid Cave song for Sonic was so good. But I'm
That's
with
it.
you guys.
That's Keys the Ruin, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my favorite. But yes, every song on every stage is so iconic, unique, custom to that stage.
Yep.
And yes, some of them are cheesy, Kenny, where it is rap. But
Very.
that's Knuckles. He's rapping.
Unlike
some
Sonic,
are
he
talking.
doesn't
No,
chuckle.
it's too much for me. I will say all of the music fits a Sonic game and the tone they were going for, and like matches the level. Like it musically, it's well done, but the whole just like explanation talk rap thing just was more than I could handle.
My buddy Holmick is gonna have a word with you, Kenny, because he knows every single word to all of the rap songs.
Oh.
And I believe we actually have a cover where he was singing to Pumpkin Hill while I was playing along to it on the drums.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Oh, that's
better
fun.
link that. You better link
I'll
me
have
to
to
that.
find it really quick. Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah,
All right, so Jared, you had said, switching from music, that graphics were something that you struggled to see when you came back to it. And here's the thing. I know, like, our young brains made Nintendo 64 polygons look good. So I think a lot of that is a jaded experience of us just when we first experienced saying this is out of this world, so realistic. And then we come back to GoldenEye and we're like, what's this face mapping? You know, it's the worst thing ever. So, because here's the thing, I didn't play this back in 2001 or 2006 or anything. And coming to it today, the GameCube version, the enhanced graphics already from the Dreamcast, I thought it looked spectacular.
Yes, it does.
oh, comparatively to the Dreamcast versions, like, oh my God, yeah, absolutely. And that right there is a comparison from it's what I would call a short time comparison, where between 1 and 2, the graphics are updated immensely. But between 2 and at that point in time when I played it again, I had played Sonic 06 with the way. Now, of course, those graphics haven't aged well at all. But the opening cutscene for that game is gorgeous, right? Because it's literally Final Fantasy. So yeah, it's like that type of transition time between the two. Like it was like, oh my God, what am I looking at comparatively? Also, where do you want me to post this? I can post it in.
Oh, you got it. Discord. Just drop it anywhere.
Okay.
I have a soft spot for GameCube graphics, so like I'm a little biased here. I still think it looks good. Like, especially, and this is not the game we played, but DX. Director's Cut, those graphics are even better. Like they just kept improving. But even here, like the backdrops, like for what was it? Like it was Tails.
Oh yeah,
it was Tails Level, the cityscape one, where you're like, oh my gosh, the colors and the backdrop just so detailed. It reminded me of 2D Sonic, the way they did the backdrop, because it wasn't like you're inside the city, you're looking at a static image of a city. So it felt like classic in that sense. But then like the stages are also like moving a lot. There's a lot of explosions going on and like the stage is moving. And I just thought they did such a great job with like the animations and everything.
Oh yeah.
Great.
I like the aesthetic of the visuals. I did have some beef with camera work. I know that's hard, and games at this time like hadn't mastered it yet. But manipulation and like having to move sometimes into like areas that were hard to see, and also the initial just sort of placement of the camera behind Sonic on all the go fast levels. I get that like putting it down and behind him helps with that whole feeling of like we're moving and going downhill and going super quick. But I definitely felt like I was just like in his butt, and I wanted to be able to like raise the camera up and see what was coming, and that frustrated me a little bit.
Kenny, I love when you start lists, because just then you're like, so A, it's this, but you never had a B. So like
sometimes you have a 2 after A.
Yeah, B is, I mean,
it's subjective, okay? Like
all of that being said, you can still get your copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for relatively inexpensive, $40 if you want the disc, or if you do want it brand new, a little bit more. It's going to be $100, but it might be worth it.
Final thoughts.
All right, here at the end of the episode, we want to allow each of us to give our final kind of summary thoughts on the game, concluding with our guests' final words. So, Nolan, you're the Sonic boy. So, I mean, other than Jared himself. So, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah. I think that this game is still very, very playable. You can have a lot of fun playing it. So that's important. I don't care. Like, yes, there's legacy there. Yeah, there's respect to be had, and the history of the game. That's one thing. But if it's not fun to play, then it's not fun to play. And so I can't truly recommend it. But in this case, it's absolutely still enjoyable. It's extremely quality. It's very Sonic. It's got a lot. It highlights a lot of the characters too. We talked about that a little bit. But I love the variety in this game. It's just extremely playable. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone, Sonic fan or not.
Kenny?
Ooh.
You guys know 3D Sonic games aren't my favorite. And that kind of held up for me this week. Had a lot of fun going fast on the Sonic levels, but felt like the variety of different things the game tried to do just had a harder time like hooking me to personally really caring. Certainly not a bad game. And something that I think a lot of people will enjoy. But overall, if I was going to just sort of like react to it, I would just steal a quote from Tails and say that this game, it's okay.
Tails said that about this game.
He says okay all the time.
I don't know if you probably don't know, but this is one of my favorite things about this game is that although there was no Big the Cat in the game, I think you were able to eventually play him multiplayer. I believe, I'd have to go back and check, but I heard that they secretly hid him on each and every stage. That
did they
is
on every
hilarious.
stage?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that is the case.
Good.
Which is the biggest troll and is my favorite thing.
The biggest troll?
Yeah,
the biggest
I'm sorry.
troll.
So here's the thing. I have said historically on this podcast that I'm not a Sonic boy because I can't go fast. I need to go slow, and that's not what Sonic is made up for. However, I think in this 3D adventure too, you get a perfect blend where you are going fast, but you feel like you can have some kind of control, and it does vary the play style so that you're not always just going incredibly fast because you do get to play with the mechs and you do get to explore. The soundtrack is top tier Sonic and top tier video game. It is absolutely unique, ridiculous, listenable even when you're not playing the game. I loved the story elements and the cutscenes, although the dubbing over each other was absolutely ridiculous. All of that being said, surprisingly enough, I promise you though, this is easily my favorite Sonic game to date, at least of the ones that I played.
Figured.
And I thought that they just absolutely nailed it for me, who isn't historically an uber Sonic fan. This kind of checks the majority of the boxes there. And so I think it's definitely a game worth playing.
Be honest, it's because you have nostalgia for that era of buying soaps and trying to just grind on everything, right?
Wow. You just brought up soap shoes is what you just did?
Yeah, they're referenced in the game. Like it's totally like bot branding.
Yeah. No, they
Paid advertising.
absolutely.
Why do you think he grinds on everything? It's
They
not because
advertise
Sonic.
soap shoes?
Look through the game. Like look through the game and look at the backgrounds. You will see ads for soap.
Oh my
They had
gosh.
a,
And
change
that's
your
so
mind, Dustin?
2001.
Yeah, they
it's
had
ridiculous.
What was it? They had a like a contract with them, and that's why Sonic shoes are
my
changed.
God.
They're different.
Insane.
Yeah,
That's
Insane.
genius, honestly.
absolutely.
Insane. All right, Jared, then that's you. Final kind of just summary thoughts on this game and whether or not people should play it.
I freaking love this game, man. From like the gameplay, the characters, the story is ridiculous, and my God, the music, man. The music is some of the best in Sonic's history, and I cannot recommend this game enough. Now, once again, it has aged a bit, and whenever it comes down to that, if you're into like older games, dude, freaking go for it. If you're only into like the newer stuff, I would say give it a try or watch a speed run of it. Trust me, the speed runs of this game are freaking hilarious because as fun as the game is, it is a little bit broken at times, and it's so much fun to watch people take advantage of that. But yeah, I definitely recommend either giving it a try or watching somebody else play it because my goodness me, the music and the characters and everything, it's Sonic. This is like the quintessential Sonic experience for 3D games, in my opinion. 2D would be Sonic Mania, but this one right here, this right here is one of my favorite games of all time for good reason.
Those are our thoughts on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but what did you think? We had many people write in, can't possibly read all of the responses, but we will read a few of them here. Garlisle said, now this is a 3D Sonic that understands what makes the series great. Momentum. It's key to all three play styles. In the classic stages, you'll chain together moves fluidly in stages carefully designed to keep you moving. In treasure hunting stages, you're given speedy free movement in low-risk environments to just focus on searching and traversing. Even in the mech stages, you can maintain momentum while aiming and have surprising freedom to take risks with hovering. It's all backed with clear visuals and a bopping soundtrack. Yes, it's jank, and the cutscenes are so bad they're good, but this remains one of the most raw, fun Sonic titles to me, and undoubtedly the best of Sonic's awkward early 3D years.
Absolutely. I agree with every single thing in that. Like
I love that premise of momentum, which is different than speed. And I think that's why I liked this game, because it wasn't just speed. It was momentum. I liked that.
You can keep moving, man. That's the whole point. And every character allows you to keep moving.
It's not got to go fast. It's just got to keep moving.
Just gotta
story
go.
of life.
That's
Just
why
gotta
he's
go.
running.
Francesca wrote in and said, I've said this before, but I'm not an expert when it comes to Sonic games, but I still loved and enjoyed this game. The camera controls were a little wonky from time to time, but I eventually got used to it. The graphics were good, definitely had upgrades from the Dreamcast version. The text was a little cheesy and corny, but nothing too horrible. I will say that I received help from Drew, my boyfriend, as we played some of it together. I absolutely love the soundtrack. It's incredible. The song for Metal Harbor is my jam.
Yes.
I didn't spend as much time with the chows as I wanted. I know some people don't care much for them, but they are so stinking cute. I plan on going back, raising them, and playing their side games.
Dude,
listen to me. The Chow Garden is one of the best parts of this game. I'm not joking, or I'm not being ironic. I absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. It's so fun.
Did you, by any chance, Nolan, did you ever connect it to Sonic Advance
yes.
too? Okay, good.
Yes. The Game Boy, the Game Boy one was actually so quality too. Like on the go, you could raise it like Tamagotchi style and then put it in your game.
Did you get the glitch where the only thing that would raise is his stamina?
No, but that's great.
Because like, whenever I would play it, like, okay, so my Chow had like regular stats for everything, but my stamina was like at level 90. It was freaking insane. Like I could just mash stamina and he would just go the entire race. But yeah, like for some reason I got a major glitch with the link between the games. It was super fun for me.
Guy in the corner said, this was one of my first games on the system along with Animal Crossing, and I can't be prouder of younger me for picking out some of my favorites on that little black box. To get it out of the way, I will not be the first or last to say the soundtrack is off the walls amazing for this game. Every track feels tailored for the stage, and it's so listenable even outside the game. The gameplay is a mixed bag to most. Sure, not every level is Sonic, but I can appreciate them trying to expand the formula in these experimental days. Personally, I really enjoy the Sonic Shadow and the Tails Eggman stages. The Knuckles Rouge ones are left to those with better scavenger hunter skills than I. The cutscenes are horrible and I love them. The story is splashed in and makes no sense. The military is trying to kill Sonic. Eggman blows up the moon. Maria! And finally, the Chow Garden brings the game up from an 8 out of 10 to an 18 out of 10. This game gets New Game Plus.
Those cutscenes, listen, the worst part to me, the humans... The other characters look great, but why do they make humans look like that?
The president? Did you see
the president? His kneecap is so small and his ankle is huge.
I did not notice his
You need to go look and
you'll
you'll
see.
see.
Nolan fixates on is the president's legs.
Right.
Dude, okay. If I could make a thing about that.
Please.
Sonic is so weird in a human world. And I think that it would do so much better. It'd be such a cool experience for a game to be in a non-human universe. Like go back to Mobius, you know, like actually like because Dr. Robotnik from the old cartoons, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, was some of my favorite thing. And he's the only human, albeit human, like weird human on the planet, right? So like that's the thing. I wish that they would do more with like a Mobius storyline, like in the comics and stuff, because there's no humans there. And it's so weird having this random hedgehog next to a fully sized human, you know, it's like very strange.
Weird. Either that Mobius or just all in Chow Garden could be. Yeah. Finally, I wanted to include one other thought. This is from Bro Jim, and he didn't have the same experience as some of us this week. He said, I put in some work this week. Since I'd only played Adventure 1, I bought Adventure 2 and gave time to both hero and villain. After finding my time with it somewhat disappointing, I broke out my copy of Adventure 1 DX. And then, just to make sure I was doing my due diligence, I beat Sonic 3. I wanted to figure out, if I say I love Sonic, why am I not having fun with Adventure 2? I can finally put my finger on my eternal disappointment with Sonic since it went 3D. In the end, I believe the essence of what Sonic established in its roots has been eternally lost. The flash and bang of 3D is nice, but it doesn't strike a balance in stage and character design. Every Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Eggman stage boils down to one main correct path. Level design scrapped for repetitive another one of these missions. Characters shoehorned into roles meant to satisfy gameplay design, a storyline so inexplicable and disjointed it might as well be absent, and voice acting so terrible that I actually think subtitles would be the way to go. Sonic Adventure 2 is a disappointment for me as a Sonic fan.
Wow. Hot take.
He came in hard.
But well said.
Now, I will agree with that. Sonic has never been really good in 3D. Like on a gameplay standpoint, Sonic is not really made for 3D. That's why Sonic Mania stands out so hard as one of the best rated Sonic games of all time, is because they went back to what Sonic's all about. And that is like, and I love the level design thing where it's like, oh, you go here, there you go. And I think it's actually completely changing over to another game. That's why I wasn't a really big fan of the Galaxy games, because of the fact that it was like, okay, go here and do this. Okay, go here and do that. Okay, go here and do that. It wasn't a fully like fledged out it was like a mixture. Like Barry Kramer actually did a really good video on this. How Sonic, I believe it's Mario Galaxy is really weird whenever it comes down to trying to put two game types together. The good thing about Sonic Adventure 2 is that it kind of knows what it's doing and it wants to do this one thing, but it goes really hard on it and it makes it kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. It does. And I think that works for Sonic, but some people will think that works and some people will not, like Brojim and maybe others. But
absolutely.
Either way, thank you for sending in your thoughts and your commentary on the Retro Game of the Week. We always encourage that and would love to read it as a part of our show. You can send it to ngppodcast@gmail.com or just drop it in our commentary channel on Discord. We'd love to include that maybe even next week on next week's episode as we play a new game. So for now, we're putting aside Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and we're randomly selecting from our Retro Master list with over 1,000 listener submitted games. And we're randomizing from there to find out what game we're going to be playing for the next 7 days.
Oh boy.
We're going to the Super Nintendo.
I like.
It is a 1996 game developed and published, Nolan, by Capcom.
Okay,
Ooh.
This is great. This is
promising
good,
so
right?
far.
It is a beat 'em up platformer.
Ooh.
And it is based on events in the Marvel Comics series.
Oh, okay.
I feel
We
like
are going
there's a
to be
mixed bag here.
We're going to be playing a game entitled Marvel Superheroes in War of Gems. In War of the Gems.
Whoa.
Hey,
that's a long
we
title.
stayed thematic with the whole gym thing.
Emeralds. Yeah.
This is I think the prequel to Sonic Adventure 2, something like that.
Oh my God.
I never heard of it. I do know Marvel, and it's set in the Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War time thing, which is interesting. But this is way before the movies. So,
Great.
all right. Find a copy of Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems and play it along with us this week.
Join us in Discord. We have a thriving community, and we like to hang out with them. And we want to hang out with you if you haven't joined it yet. So if you go to ngppodcast.com, you can click Join Us in Discord and meet us there. Also, I would just like to drop another reminder that we have T-shirts. We have merch. New Game Plus T-shirts, and they're awesome.
And we even have a new design coming soon. Jared, you don't have one of our shirts yet, and I think you deserve one or two of them. So if after this you give me a shipping address, I'll send you.
Hey.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Merchy
Absolutely.
merch.
We also want to say a big thank you to all of you who support us on patreon.com. Our patrons make us smile. And that's saying something in 2020. Especially, we want to give a shout out to our newest patrons, Joseph and William,
Welcome.
who joined us this week for the first time. Thank you so much. We also want to give what's bigger than big, a massive, a hugely big. There we
That's
go.
it.
Thick.
That's it.
Yeah, I know grammar.
Yeah, there we go.
Shout
C's.
out or thank you, pick your term, to Garlyle, who has been one of our faithful producers of the show for a long time and has bumped his support to the director level.
Good.
You're insane.
Again this week. So
You're an insane person. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like we absolutely can't express how much we appreciate your support. Some other people that are producer level supporters of the show are Marlian, Austin, Ben, Brojim, David, Dear Baby, Francesca, Garlyle, who we already mentioned, Corey, who is our other director level supporter, Maxima, Mr. Lattes. You guys thought I forgot the second Ben, but I didn't. Shauna and Zion.
Thank you all for your gratuitous support. Yeah, sure. Jared, where can our listeners find you online?
Everything is the 8-Bit Drummer. So at the 8-Bit Drummer / 8-Bit Drummer. Just if you look me up, you'll find me. That's the
8bitdrummer.gov.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, guys.
We will include some links to the 8-Bit Drummer in our show notes of this episode and on all of our social media. Jared, you've been an incredible guest. Thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you so much.
And we're looking forward to 15 years from now when we get to play that other game together.
Yes, let's do it. We got to play Origami
Mario.
King.
You can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. All of those links are in our show notes. Listen directly on any podcast provider of your choice. Make sure you subscribe so that you are the first to get new NGP episodes. And while you're at it, leave a kind rating and review. This episode was edited and produced by our good friend Tom Tate. Join us next week as we play Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems.
Good luck.
Until then, I'm still Dustin the Echidna.
I'm Kenny, and I'm not playing this game.
I'm Nolan.
And that is Jared, a.k.a. the 8-Bit Drummer. You're probably a hedgehog, I would assume?
I would be a rabbit.
Rabbit.
Yeah, absolutely. Rabbit. And guys, you know who Kenny is. We don't have to say it, but you know who Kenny is. And this has been New Game Plus.